Welcome to another Fountain Pen Day review. Today's review is going to be of a vintage Mont Blanc 344. I obviously got this pen secondhand. It's in, I would say, user grade condition, simply because it has micro scratches on it from being used, obviously. There is, what we would call tarnishing, on the clip, or brassing if you want to call it that. I don't think it's obviously solid gold, but really nice pen. Well made, again, vintage, so it's going to have a really nice nib, which we'll get to. But I wanted to do a quick review of this pen because it definitely deserves to be looked at, because it's a reasonably priced pen that can still be acquired. That certainly warrants looking into if you want a Mont Blanc and a 146 or a 149, which everybody who's collecting says that's something that should be in your collection. But a pen like this is great. It's a lot of fun. It's beautiful. It's typical Mont Blanc. Black, gold, piston filler. One thing I learned from, and this I learned from the one and only great Stephen Brown, that I didn't know before, was that the numbering on this, like 344, or say the 146, but that first number is a grading where 1 would be the top of the line, 2 would be next, 3 would be next, so this would be like third down the line. The second number, the number 4, is the filling mechanism, 4 being piston, like 149, 146, 344, they're all piston fillers. And then the last number being the nib size. So this being a 344 means it's a third tier pen with a piston filler and a number 4 nib. What can we tell you about this pen? We'll start with the some things that are different, and I've noticed some of them have a clear section, some of them are blue. This one is a lightly tinted blue. It does have some ink residue in it, which you can see. This one, the cloudiness in it is simply because I rinsed it out, because I wanted to show you a couple things. I also didn't want to douse myself with ink, which I usually do. The nib feed is plastic. It is also as more of a modern feed. There are ones that I've seen that are a flatter feed, almost has like that railroad look. Where it doesn't stick up this high and it doesn't have the fins. And at first I thought maybe it was just updated, and it's possible. But it does say on the nib, because I thought maybe the nib was changed out, but it says Mont Blanc 14C. Mont Blanc again, small letters, the 585 for the gold, and then further down it is stamped through 344. I've also seen ones with the breather hole up top is heart shaped. This one is round. I'm sorry for the glare. I'm trying to get rid of that. What I like about this pen a lot, other than the only dislike being that it is a smaller pen, it's more of a Pelican 400 size. So for me, it's a little small, but it's a great pen. Don't let that discourage anyone. Something that's really nice is, I found out when I was cleaning it. It is very much like a Pelican in that if you grab top and bottom, you can actually take this nib out exactly like a Pelican, and it comes out as a unit, which is nice. And here you can see on the bottom, like I said, I was suspect at first simply because of the way it came out and the type of feed from looking at the history. But down below, right where my thumb is, it is stamped 344. I believe this is a medium, but beautiful nib, beautiful, typical Mont Blanc. Nib has some micro scratches on it. Also, I mean, it's definitely been written with quite a bit. Let's see if we can look inside while I have it open. Yeah, you can see. You can see pretty good inside. You can see the ink window. I haven't tried to clean that. I'm sure, the ink residue would come out. Up where the piston is, it's actually got some, you can see the separation, and there is no gold trim, which is something you'll find on the 149, the 146, and such. But really very smooth piston. You'll see it. You can see it move. When I fill it in the writing sample, you'll be able to see. Focus. Here we go. Very nice, though. And again, having the nib and feed unit come out like that is nice, you know, for cleaning purposes. Mont Blanc does not like us to take these pens apart. They make it very difficult to do so. As far as taking this apart, I haven't looked at this, so I'll just take a brief second. I don't see how you remove this piston. Some of them have, in here, there'll be 2 notches, and you can actually, there's a tool that slides in, and it just, you just crank it sideways, and it will remove that piston out. So if you wanted to lube the, you know, put some silicone into it to smooth it up a little bit, you can. Before I put it away, for the writing sample, I will show you a comparison. Like I said, it is close to the in size to the Pelican 400, while a little bit longer, uncapped. They are very close in size, as far as up and including the section. You can see they're very similar. I'll give you a comparison with the 146. It's the only other Mont Blanc that I have, and you can see the two together. The size is close. The Mont Blanc, the 146, I'm sorry, is they're both Mont Blanc, is certainly heavier. It's a much more substantial pen. It's got the double rings on it. It's got the gold ring down here for it. Also, something that's different is the clip. The shape of the clip. Most Mont Blanc clips are like the 146, which is on top. The 344 almost has a sloped clip. Same design, but just shaped a little bit differently. It also doesn't have the ever so slight indentations on the edges of these. Alright, and finally, I'll give you this last part, and then we'll weigh this and give it a good writing sample, because you're going to enjoy seeing that. It does say Mont Blanc, when it focuses, I'm sorry. It says Mont Blanc, and 344. I'm not sure if it's picking it up, but if it is, you'll see there's the line work in that. It's not just straight engraving, which I think helps a little bit from the copies, though piston fillers are not known to be copied very often. Generally, it's the cartridge converters. Okay, I'll be right back. We will weigh this, ink it, and write with it. Okay, we're going to weigh this out. Obviously, there's no ink in it, so it'll be fairly accurate. Again, this is done in grams. It weighs in at just 17.8. Cap 5.8, and the pen alone 12. Alright. Oh, and this one does also, there was another thing that I had seen some people have it with the star, the white star. Some of them have just the, it's black, but it's got like an outline of the star going around it. So obviously there were some changes done as time went on with this particular pen. Another thing is I rarely post pens, but this one I do post just to give it a little more length, because again, this pen is a little small for me. My fingers do get a little cramped in it, but it is really comfortable. The threads that are here don't get in the way at all. They're not sharp. So they don't dig into your skin. Like a lot of times, if the threads are sharp, they'll dig into that portion of your skin from pushing down on it, and just general writing as you go through. But I've written many pages with it, and it's a very comfortable pen. We're going to use Mont Blanc's Meisterschuck Diamond Bright Blue, which I haven't opened in a while. It's really pretty blue. Sorry. Typical piston. Turn it down. In. ink. What do I always say? Cap the ink. Alright, and let's give it a quick wipe. Alright, I'm going to let this shake for just a moment, and we're going to use some Tomo River paper today so we can show you what this pen can do. Again, I'm going to post it, and let's get writing. Very smooth nib. Again, I believe this is a medium. It could be a fine, because when you're just writing straight, it is a fairly fine line. You know, Mont Blanc doesn't mark their nibs. And when I bought it, I can't remember if he told me if it was medium or fine or not, but just general writing, I mean, it is very smooth. And of course on this paper, it makes it a dream. And there is, even with the lightest of touch, without any, I mean, I skipped it off the paper. That was a bad example. But even with the lightest of touch, as long as I keep it on the paper, this beautiful vintage nib will not skip. I'm going to try and get it to railroad for you, because it's always my goal. I'm going to try and get the camera at an angle so that my handwriting doesn't look atrocious. And I'm going to try not to say anymore. I'm sorry about that. Alright, so again, if you give it a little pressure, it'll give you a little flex. If you give it a lot of pressure, you were railroaded. It'll give you a lot of flex. And it lays down a really, really clean line, great shading. Slice. I do know that if I turn, because the feed is how it is, and it may be why originally they had that flatter railroad type feed. If I hold this pen at the wrong angle and I flex it like that, I will get some feed drag, like I did right there. That got it. See right here. So it kind of forces you to hold this in the right manner for sure. This is Tomo River paper. See, I spelled paper wrong. Good Lord. But again, really beautiful vintage flex, super smooth nib, and that's something that's great about some of these older nibs. They just give a tremendous amount. The feeds generally will keep up once you get it going. I mean, you can obviously this one is keeping up without any issues whatsoever. There's nothing to do with Noodler's ink, but it's just a word that I write every now and again because I have so many Noodler's inks. But you can get writing like this all day without a problem. Music sign I tend to make sometimes. But it has such a nice, smooth, fine, I guess it really is kind of a fine nib. It may be more of a medium, but it really, I dragged the feed because I held it at too much of an angle. But you can see you can go from such a fine line and get so much depth into it. I'm holding it wrong. It certainly keeps me on my toes. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick review on this pen because it really is nice, and you can pick these up for a decent price. You just have to search around. Google is your friend when it comes to these. So, on that note, I do want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch, and hope everyone has a great fountain pen day this year. Remember, it's going to be November 1st. I didn't get it to railroad, but I sure did get it to drag to feed. Alright, so somebody needs to work on their writing. Have a great day, and thank you again.